We have a basement bathroom and it's constantly damp down there. So I'm excited that this company sent me this. This is going to be a dehumidifier and it's going to work up to 1,500 square feet. It is rather large and it will hold 22 quarts. If you don't want to use the tank, you can also run the tube to a draining system or to a sink and let it run constantly without having to empty it. But I want to go over some of the features, so let's unbox it and see what it looks like. So you have a user manual. So this does have wheels that spin and they also lock. So you can move it from room to room. It is kind of heavy, so you don't have to worry about picking it up and straining yourself because it has wheels. So the first step is taking the insides out of this tank. So it took me a minute, but I want to give you a hint. You need to take off the handle. The handle holds it down. So when you want to take that off, don't try and pry it off. Make sure you take this handle off and then you'll have easy access to the tank. When you're ready, just line it back up, click it into place and put that handle back on. This handle is really going to help when it's full because it's going to get kind of heavy, and this is going to allow you to take it and empty it. You don't have to take the top off after you initially do it unless you want to clean it. And then when you're ready, you're just going to pop it back in. That slides in and out nicely so you can empty it. So this is just going to be a little cord wrap. So you can put it on the back and wrap the cord around it. Flip this around, and as you can see, it does have a filter here on the back. To switch that filter out, you're just going to pop it off like this, rinse this off, and you're going to have all your coils there, so don't touch those, be extra careful. You can rinse this off on a regular basis to ensure that it's working correctly. So this is going to be your cord. I wouldn't say it's extremely long, but hopefully it's long enough to reach where you need it. So you will need a ground plug for this. And this on the back is going to be a continuous inlet. So if you do have a hose, you can run this to a sink or to a drain. You can just pop this on if you want. This is optional. And now you can easily just wrap this cord around. So setup on this was pretty easy. If you want to use a continuous drain, you will need to purchase that separately. But now we're all set up, we are ready to use this and go over some of the options. I do appreciate the handles on the side here so you can move it easily. It has the air inlets on the side as well. The other handle on the other side. The air inlet on the back where you have the filter and your easy to use buttons. So now that I have it plugged in, you have easy access to all of your buttons here on the top. So I'm just going to turn it on and it's going to light up and you can hear it. So it is going to make noise. I think it's about 47 decibels. But they do have a sleep mode. So if you are going to be using it while you sleep, you can turn that on and it will get quieter. So once you press the sleep mode, it is going to turn off the lights on top so it won't be bothersome, and it's going to drop down a little bit in decibels. So all of your buttons are going to be on the top. We have your sleep button, your clean filter. So if that comes on, it just means you need to change your filter. So that's great, it lets you know. Your timer here, as well as your increase, your digital display, your decrease, your mode, your wind speed, as well as your power on and off button. So this is going to have your normal dehumidification, your continuous dehumidification, your turbo, and then your ventilation. I'm just going to run it on the normal because that's going to work for me. You can switch your fan speed from high to low. This is going to change your humidity. So you can increase or decrease this, and it will sense how much and how dry you want it. This is going to be your timer. You can set your timer in hour intervals. This will go up to 24 hours, so you can keep it on for a little while and it will shut off automatically. Really easy to use, really easy to read. So as I have mentioned, this thing is pretty heavy. So luckily they put some handles here on the side as well as some caster wheels that are going to be on the bottom so you can move it from room to room with little to no effort. So on the front they also have that digital display that shows the humidity, and this is going to be very faint. I barely noticed it. This is also Energy Star rated. So if you have a basement bathroom or a damp basement or a wardrobe that is constantly getting your clothes damp and you smell that moisture, Having a dehumidifier is a game changer. These things work so well at keeping things dry. This one here has a ton of really good features and it works amazing. I love this new dehumidifier, and so will you.